Hello everyone. I'm going live, but I wanted to give you a little history. This might be a little long. I don't know how long this is going to go because I need to vent. I really need to vent, but you know what I believe in. Outrage is reactive, strategy is proactive. So I'm going to end with a proactive approach to what I'm venting about. So if you have never heard the term shit or get off the pot, it's always been something that is just funny to me. I don't know if it's a Southern, United States Southern term or if it comes from somewhere else, but a lot of people in the South say it. Shit or get off the pot. I am so sick of people talking about inclusion and diversity. I'm so freaking sick of people talking about inclusion and diversity and not meaning a damn thing about it. There's this, because it's the thing to say, everybody wants to say, oh, my event is, I'm working on making it more inclusive and diverse. And then when I look at the lineups, all the people, I see it on Twitter, look at the lineups, it's not inclusive or diverse. It's just really, spent this last 24 hours just pissed off. And literally I stayed in bed this morning and because I understood where my energy was and I didn't want to come off as the angry black lady. I really didn't want to come off that way because I wanted to do a Periscope yesterday when I initially was angry. And I was like, no, let me sit with this for a minute. Because I believe in strategy. So I'm not that angry black woman. I come with my shit. So I can be angry, but then I have solutions to the issues. So I am really, inclusion and diversity in our tech spaces, particularly our tech events, is not a one-shot deal. It's not something that happens once. It's something that you need to be thinking about before, during, and after the event. And what I'm finding is through either ignorance, because I just want to believe, again, my motto for you who know it is, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? For me to be happy, I choose not to believe that everybody's a jerk. So there are no absolutes, so everybody's not a jerk. But I choose to believe that the majority of people, these issues aren't important to them. What I choose to believe that the majority of people are ignorant to how to make these things happen. And ignorance, it means not to know. All right? So I spent all of last year, spoke at 19 conferences around the world, keynoted 5. And so I've been to all parts of the United States and several countries. And yeah, I know there's more I need to learn, but I know more than most. I'm just going to put that out there. I know more than most about this. And some of the efforts for inclusion and diversity are what people consider to be successes are not. And it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. It harkens back to me when I wrote the post when everybody was so excited about the black women in Alabama who helped that senator win. Is anybody talking about them now? I said that then and I say that now that their situations don't change. You call in people of color, people from marginalized communities when you need our help. You bring us off the bench when you need our help. But when it comes to moving us forward, to taking an active stand, to putting your shit on the line and saying, hey, Kim, I'm going to introduce you to this person who will do this. This is not happening. So when we're talking about inclusion and diversity at these conferences, yes, you may have the most diverse panels, the most diverse lineups in the world. But is that diversity in turn making life better for the underrepresented and marginalized people who are in attendance at that event? Most of the times I'm going to say no. And you can say no too. It doesn't go anywhere. Excuse me, I'm still recovering from the flu. It doesn't go anywhere. And this is where my frustration is. It's like you check the box. And you can be as liberal, you can be our ally, you can be all these great things, but we don't need you to freaking check the boxes. We need you to do the work. So again, I go back to it's time to either shit, which means do something, or get off the pot, which means get the fuck out the way. Just get out the way. Because what you're doing is impeding progress. So I have two things that I'm offering or pitching, because you know what I've recognized, and I said this earlier, my motto for this year is hashtag cause a scene. And I've been sick most of the month of April because the flu took me out, and I recognized that I haven't been causing a scene. I put that on me. I was in bed most of the morning because I felt that I wasn't doing enough. And then it comes to the thing was, how damn much am I supposed to do? How much am I supposed to do? As I prepare for Global Diversity CFP Day on Saturday, and this is a great event. So if you are thinking about taking a platform, if you're underrepresented and marginalized, please go to the website and find an event near you to attend. But as I'm going through this, I have a problem, because what has happened in the past when I've encouraged people from underrepresented and marginalized communities to come into tech, they quickly leave because the communities are not welcoming. And I would feel unauthentic, whatever the word is, if I did not make this video as this event is coming up. Because what I'm asking people is to do something that most people find they would rather, the research has shown people are terrified of public speaking. They consider death less frightening than public speaking. And I do not want to be the person who brings individuals to get their spirits up, get them ready to go speak on these platforms to tell their stories, so that we can improve inclusion and diversity. For what? We have to do it. We cannot have people coming on our platforms just so we can check off a box. Are we moving on the stories that they're telling us? Are we moving? Are we making progress on their perspectives? Are these things making changes that are meaningful so that we as people from underrepresented and marginalized communities feel safe, feel supported, feel that we can prosper in this field where privilege has prospered? So this is very important to me. This is very important to me because, just in our event in Atlanta, we have over 50 people coming. And so if we have 50 events going around the world, and let's say just everybody had 10, that's 500 people that we're asking to trust us that they'll be safe at these events, at these conferences we're asking them to do their CFPs for. And I don't feel right about that. So what I'm doing is I'm have two things, and this is my shit to get off the pot, because as I said, outrageous is reactive, strategy is proactive, and this is where you're gonna prove what you're talking. At this point, I don't even want to hear your talk. I don't want to hear what you have to say anymore. It's about demonstration. And I go back to when I was a teacher, and I don't know why I put this on the side when I was dealing with adults. When I was in education, I could care less what my students told me. They had to demonstrate to me their knowledge, their understanding, their empathy, their caring, all of that. I could care less what they had to say. It was about demonstration. And I'm putting this out here for you adults who are in this tech space, who say you care about inclusion and diversity and improving our communities and organizations. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm going to put together a list that, and I'm going to put together a survey that's going to ask organizers to provide data. And based on the score of this survey, it's going to be a list of the events that I say, yes, me, that I say I would recommend people from underrepresented and marginalized people to attend, because they will be supported, they will feel safe, and they will be included and welcome. This is me. So if you want to be a part of this list, I'll give you, the email I just created is EventSupport@KimCrayton.com. So that's EventSupport@KimCrayton.com. That's the first thing I'm doing. I'm putting together this freaking list because I'm sick of people going to events because they've been promoted as being inclusive and diverse, and then they come back and they have this salty taste in their mouths because these things aren't happening. The second thing I'm doing is I'm offering consulting. I'm not doing shit else for free. No more free stuff. So if inclusion and diversity is something that's important to you, and you want somebody who has been speaking about this for the last 2 years, who has been traveling around the world speaking about how to improve our communities and organizations, somebody who understands how to build businesses, if this is what's important to you, I am offering consulting. I'm also offering, because I understand that a lot of the tech events that are out there are community events. So I'm offering the fee is going to be based on your budget. So no one has an excuse for not reaching out. I am a Black woman who lives in the South who has experienced these things. I'm going to tell you this, one of the reasons I was in the bed this morning was because I was not expecting all the negative emotions of what I had experienced to come to me. And I'm not the only one. So as people say, oh, I apologize, I didn't mean this, you don't realize the things that you're doing, that you're saying you're doing in the name of inclusion and diversity, how they're affecting people. And that is not right. And it's not going to happen on my watch. So what I'm saying is, if you claim to believe in inclusion and diversity and you have no fucking idea what you're doing, or you don't know, you think you do, but you need to check with somebody, I'm offering my services. I'm offering services at a fee that matches your budget, because we all got to get paid. So you need to think about this. And this is another problem I have, asking people from underrepresented and marginalized communities to do work for you for free. I'm not doing it anymore. So those are the two things I'm offering, the things I'm doing. I'm being proactive. I'm creating a list that I will be promoting heavily. And I mean heavily because I am #causing a scene of all the events worldwide that I feel have made inclusion and diversity a priority and are working towards that. And don't think that you can do a survey and that be it, because what I'm also going to have are secret shoppers. So I'm going to reach out to, if you've passed and your event passes and I recommend it, because this is my reputation on the line, I recommend it as an event that people from underrepresented and marginalized communities can feel safe and protected and supported and welcomed in. Trust and believe there will be somebody who's at your event who I have picked out, who will report to me on a list of things that I have identified, and they will give me a score on whether that event was in fact inclusive and diverse and safe and supportive and welcoming. So that is the first thing I'm doing. Bottom line, that's the first thing I'm doing. And then the second thing is, shit or get off the pot. If you want an inclusive and diverse event, reach out to me. I'm asking. I am putting it out. People say a closed mouth don't get fed. I'm offering my services to you to help you create an inclusive and diverse event. So no more of just having people from different races, genders, and on your platform, because that means absolutely nothing if it's not translating to anything. No more of these boilerplate code of conducts, because they mean absolutely nothing. No more of these scholarships. Nothing that. I want it to be meaningful. I want it to be impactful. I want people to know that if I go to this event, these people care about my well-being. And so that's what I have to say today. I am no longer outraged, because what I'm going to do now is sit back and see. Either you shit or get off the pot. Thank you. Have a great day.